Hello everyone, we will start in a second. I will check stream settings and then we will get started. Topic for today will be releasing with GoReleaser. So I will show configuration I use for GoReleaser. We will also discuss like stream is not only about GoReleaser, but we will also discuss what we are going to release. So basically what I will do, I will check, by check sounds a bit too strong, but I will basically, yeah, my Chrome browser is, yeah, okay. So I will basically merge these pull requests and then prepare a new release, a new tag, and then release it actually. And then once it's released, when we have a new release, I will check if it actually works. So that's the plan for now. Just a second, I will configure some settings, check some settings, and we will start in a few seconds. Okay, so I think everything is done. If there is any problem with the stream settings, please let me know. I will periodically check also comments. Okay, and one more thing before we start. Let me also update this page. Come on. Yeah, at the end, if we will have something interesting, I will also include on this page. You can check it. I use a Cheatbook for this. It's much easier when I have I have to update anything on website or like having Git. Like it's also good. Like at the end you have GitHub repo, but I like this editing stuff, editing features. I think I mentioned this last time, like in my last stream. But anyway, let's get started. As I said, I will check some of the PRs. Most of them, like basically we have two. Both of them should be quite ready. This one is from our last stream. We did some improvements for table UI. So maybe let me show what we are talking about. So I am talking about this this project of mine, which is dbui. Let me start it. Okay. So and last time we did one improvement. So now table looks much better. Also header is fixed. So when I scroll down, it stays here. It doesn't go up. And also like it's more compact mode. Before it was like when selection was quite high, like quite big, and you can see it actually here. I should also update. Oh, okay, it was here. So I should also update README. So like this is a previous version. So as you can see, selection is not the best option, like the best possible, like in terms of UI, of course. In terms of features, I think not much changed, but this is much better, right? So looks better, let's say. Scroll is it's not something new. It also exists in a previous feature, in this current feature, let's say. Let me go back. Maybe let's select smaller table, for example, this one. Yeah. So even if you don't have much columns, it still looks nice. One thing I don't still like is like this text, and this text is too close. It's a bit confusing. But this titles or how it's called, labels, I plan to change them anyway somewhere in future. So for now it's okay. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. So let me merge these PRs one by one. So first, so this is a bigger change. It's not by me, it's by my colleague. So I believe everything is done. Coverage is good enough, even if I merge it. By the way, I had a few other PRs merged. They are on master, but they are not on a release. If you install by brew or any Linux binaries, you will not have them. But if you install with Goget, you will have them. I'm talking about coverage. So before, like my most recent PRs was about coverage, and I probably will have another session about them, about component tests for this kind of project. And basically, if we go to the old pull requests, close pull requests, so this too is all about testing. I introduced integration tests. I also come with integration component. I introduced integration tests for MySQL and Postgres. In terms of structure, they are quite similar, only some specific details change. So we will have another session for this. But why I'm mentioning this, these changes also will go to the release. They were not released before, so anyway, so let's focus on this. First, I'm going to merge this one. Here it doesn't like coverage. This is okay. I will use my admin privilege to merge it. So we should have them on master by now. Yep. I will wait for a build to be done. We will also take a look to GoReleaser configuration I am using. For release automation, I use this library, GoReleaser. By the way, let me switch to performance mode because it's too slow. Performance mode, yes. Again, if there is anything wrong with the stream, with my settings, please let me know. I try to periodically check streams chat. So yeah, if something doesn't work, please let me know. Go back. Yeah. Okay. So I use this this package, this tool for automatic release. We will take a look to the configuration I am using. So it's not much different. But I added something like, I don't know, release for also Linux, like include some binaries that can be used for Linux distributions, like this kind of stuff. So we will take a look. Also, I have some GitHub actions to automate the whole release process. So maybe we can also take a look to this part. Let me close this too. We don't need it now. Actually, we can also take a look in codebase, right? So they exist also in codebase. Workflows, release. This is a process. So basically, when I have a new tag, this process starts. We do checkout. We set up Go, and we release. And there is of course a GitHub token. Because Releaser will upload everything on release page. This time I will do one thing a bit differently. I will add release manually. Then I will push my tag. And then it should pick up, because I don't like when it says GitHub actions. So by manually adding it, I have more customization options. This template also comes from GoReleaser, so you can also customize this. So this is how you do it. This is header part. I like to mention some features. If I did some bug fixes, I mention also them separately. And then code changes. So code changes is automatically populated. I exclude testing and then all this stuff. And actually I started tagging them. So for my, yeah, let's close this. So for my most recent commits, let me see in git log. Yeah, you can see this kind of prefixes. This kind of things, and this GoReleaser tool automatically ignores them. That's the thing. Okay, so let me see if it's done. Okay, not here. Okay, it says it's okay. Yeah, tests dropped a bit. Oh no, it's in, yeah, okay, so I know. Yeah, I know why it's dropped. I don't want to check. I want to only see this. Okay, actions. Okay, so next is, let's delete branch. Next is UI improvements. So let me also merge this. Okay, update branch. So it will merge it with a main and run tests again. Come on. Oh yeah, I know why it's so slow. So this is also one of the topics of one of my next sessions. The thing is, Docker that I'm using for MySQL, it's big enough. So every time I run integration test, it runs for I don't know, for about a minute. But for Postgres, it's quite fast. My assumption is in Postgres, I have Postgres Docker that I'm using. It's a smaller, so it takes less time to bootstrap this image. So I use this image to bootstrap Docker from my test, and then I connect to this Docker container, and I run my test again this Docker container. Same process for MySQL. But for MySQL database I am using is a big database. So that's my first assumption, that that's why it's taken a long time, more time. So one thing that comes to mind is just change this Docker. Because for integration tests I don't actually mind what database I use, like in terms of content. If tests methods that I'm testing are like they have enough data to be tested, so that's only criteria. I don't need to have millions of records. I don't do performance tests, for example. Anyway, so this is this topic I want to cover properly, so I want to prepare some things before this session. So probably one of the next sessions. Okay, so this is green. Good news. In terms of testing, is also looks not bad, right? Okay. Oops, let me check also here. So now we can also merge this one. Yes, I like when it's all green. Okay, let's merge this. Yep. And the last one I want to check, last pull request. For demo purposes, I'm working on this PR. Last time I changed it was like a long time ago, like 1 week maybe. So I'm not sure what's the progress on this. And also one of this topic that I'm thinking about, if I need any tests. It's a dummy implementation. It's basically you run with a demo flag, and the application starts with some dummy data. So that's the point. That's the idea. But I'm not sure if it's ready to be merged. So for now I will leave it. So we have enough to release. Maybe later we can check it. So now we need to wait for main branch to be tested. And in meanwhile I can add a new release, so it will be 0.5.0. So I will draft a new release. 0.5.0. And I'll create a new tag on publish. Okay, let's wait then. Oh, that was fast. Tests again. Let me. I want to be sure. Yes, it's great. Cool. Go here. Yeah, so looks okayish. Let's prepare also release 5.0. Target main, yes. This is a pre-release. Get discussion for this release. Yes. For now, general. So I hope when I do this, it's the first time I am doing so. I say no. GoReleaser. If it's empty release, it will fill with my settings. So let's see if it works. So this is another test basically. Yeah. So release, right? Yes. So release workflow started. Let me see what we have. So I want to have like one of my tests if it will fill this information here. If it will auto-populate like description, change log, this kind of stuff. And then once we're done with release, and we can discuss a little about this part, about this file. So now we are executing this one. Okay, so maybe we can do already some part of it. So let me open duplicate of this window separately so I can see the progress. Yep. So what we are doing in GoReleaser. So let me start. I am not an expert for this configuration, I should say. I will just mention parts that I am sure about. So first of all, I do go mod tidy or td. So to kind of like to check all the imports, to check all the, oops, it's failed. GoReleaser failed. Why you failed? Let me see. Home view top formal failed to publish artifacts. Required status check build is expected. At least one approving review is required for reviewers to write access. Really? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I didn't know this. It works this way. Just a moment. Actions. Okay, let me change settings a little. I know it's not visible on the screen. I don't know if there is any token or something visible, so let me quickly do this on another screen. Yep, settings. So for now I will disable require pull request. Okay, save changes. And let's trigger this again. Can we do this? Yes, run all the jobs. My release, is it okay? See all releases. Oh, okay, cool, cool. That's super cool. At least I can see this part. Cool. Assets is also here. Oh, so now I'm curious if it will update all the assets. So basically we have release, right? So oh, we have two actually. Why? Is this because of its draft? I hope so. It's a tag. Yeah, it got a bit messy, unfortunately. I think this is Yeah, let's see what happens. So let me again open it on another screen. Okay, and let's go back to file. I hope this time it will be okay. No. What is the problem? Oh, okay. So even if I have a releaser, oh, I know what's happening. Okay. The thing is, it needs to update this file here, this formal file. So it will have to have any commit. By it I mean GoReleaser. But I have restriction here. So let me show this. I think there is no sensitive information here. So so on this configuration for the branch, I had this one. So this was checked. So I need to have one approver for pull request. This was one restriction. And another restriction is that this step checks to pass before merging. So I expect it to pass like this build state. So I'm not sure how I can make sure that how I can separate like GoReleaser from actual pull requests. So probably there is a way. So for now I will disable this and check it later, so we can see this actually happens. So let's also try one more time. So I disabled all branch protection rules. Like, let me see if there is anything else. Allow force pushes. I guess it's not force push. Blah blah blah. And force open conversational buffer. Okay, so let's see what happens in terms of release. Do we have 3 now? Oh. So now we have 3. Not so good, not so good. Okay. Hello. I see someone in chat on YouTube. Hello. If you have any question, please let me know. Okay, so I will wait for this to be finished. Is it something new again? What's failed? No. Oh, I didn't save. Really? Come on. Did I save? Yes. Now I saved. Oh, okay, it's still working, right? Yes, it's still working. Okay, so let's close it here. I will track it here. But I will have to do it again because I want to have clean releases page. Now I have 3 different 0.5 releases, all of them in draft state, but anyway. So we can delete this one already. Delete. Come on, I don't have delete. How is it? Just a moment. Okay, so why I don't see delete button? That's interesting. So this is a tag. I guess I can delete tag from tag page. What about this one? Oops. Delete. Yes, I can delete here. Let's also delete this one. Can't delete. Okay, let me wait for this to be finished. So now GoReleaser works. So maybe I will keep the most recent one. Okay, so I will keep this one. Anyway, maybe next time I can test it. Let's delete all these. Discard draft. Yes. And beat. Yeah, I will keep this one. I don't know if I have any chance to delete it. So what about this 5.0? So we have all the files. This is okay. I usually do this part manually, so let's edit. Introduce features. So code changes, improved test coverage, list of bug fixes, any bugs fixed. No. Okay, so in terms of features, enhanced UI, how to put it? There's compact view, and another one, introduced a new data source. This type, which is SQLite. I think I didn't have any bug fixes. No. So we can delete this part. So code changes, it's a place where I mention some of the things, like some, if I had any code base improvements, worth to mention, of course, but test refactor, nil error, custom selected style. Yeah, I think this all mentioned. Okay, so for now looks okay. Tag. Go to discussion. In general, publish. Cool, we have new version. Let's see also discussions. I like this feature. You can see everything here. Oh, so previous ones was all in announcements. Okay, anyway. Looks cool, looks cool. And one more thing that I want to check. Okay, let's move it to announcements. One more thing I want to check is tags. So now, yeah, okay, so I have one tag. Okay, it was just reusing old tag. That's cool. Okay, maybe I will need to review, in a sense, like not review, but actually update a little. I can already remove this one, it's not critically low. Yeah, so we mentioned this here, cool. Yeah, looks cool. So let's test it locally. Okay, so on Docker. So I use this Docker image to test brew installation. So let me do brew, tab, canon back. I forgot how I do this. Let me see. I documented this. Testing. So probably I need to also update this documentation because now we have one more database. This is what I need. So basically I run this container. Yeah, so basically I run this container, homebrew Ubuntu 16, and then I open a bash. So I just it's like shell, and then I do brew tab within the container. I point to my repository, and then I can do brew install dbui. So it knows that there is one more formula on this GitHub account, and then it can use it. Yeah, so we have 5.0. That's cool. I cannot actually open it, so this is what I want to fix with demo flag. So even if you don't have any database, you can do demo and then use it. So maybe later. So looks like okay. So let me also do with Goget, Docker. So for this I use another image, which is Golang. It also has a bash in it. So what I do Goget, github.com, back, dbui. So for Goget, this is enough. You don't have to include protocols and etc. I think so, but it's a case sensitive. If you do it on Windows, use lowercase. Okay, let's see. Come on. Maybe I should have included demo, even without tests. Let me see how it works locally. Okay, let's wait for this. I want to test demo flag locally. Check out. Not this. How it's called. I want to check out this branch. Dummy data source. Dummy data source. Okay. All the push, okay. Okay, so this is installed, and I can. Okay, so again, I cannot test actual feature or functionalities, but I can run, like, I don't know, that at least command exists. So now I will try to also maybe release. No, I will not release. Maybe I can include this branch and test it with Goget. But on brew installation, we can keep the same. Country. Yeah, so this is old installation. Maybe let's do it locally. So brew upgrade dbui. Cool, so it knows that there's a 5 new version. Okay, so we have a new version, so let's open it. Let's verify. I cannot actually verify. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, it's still old one. The thing is, it runs in this folder. Can I force it to run the root one? The thing is, for some reason on this machine, it doesn't actually work this way. Okay, so I think this is an installation with Goget. It's not a brew installation. But let me try. Let's use a file, historic and unback, dbui. Yeah, okay. So let's see if it's a new version. Okay, departments. No, it's an old version. Okay, let's do Goget then. Goget. I'm back. dbui. Okay, so this will download the latest one. I need to check if you do both, like if you do Goget and then you do brew install, which one is actually used. This is an interesting topic, but for now, let's try to run if we have a latest version. Okay, so cool. So this is latest version installed by Goget. Seems to be working. I hope it works also for brew install. I will check on my another laptop, but so far looks okay. Yeah, cool. So I need to work more on UI features. I didn't have time so far. But yeah, for example, at least saving queries using previous saved queries and autocomplete is one of the top features that I want to do. But anyway, for now, let's so we couldn't check this file. Let me focus a bit on this file. Maybe 5 more minutes, and then we can try to close the stream. I don't want to keep this stream long. So in terms of GoReleaser, how it works, you have in the root directory of your repository, We have one more dot file, as you can imagine. It's a GoReleaser.yaml. You have configuration. I took most of the stuff from this page. They have very nice documentation, but I also used some other libraries. I use their example actually. So first, what you want to build, you specify operation systems, architectures, etc. You say what's your main file, flags. I also do this in my main file. You may maybe noticed. So if I think it was here, when I did test with a Docker, brew Docker, it prints out version number basically. Yeah, I think it's not visible anymore. So basically, maybe I can run it again. Docker homebrew. Let's copy paste again. So this one here. And this one here. Come on, install. Yeah, okay. While it's doing, let me explain what I mean. So by using this, if you have in your main.go these variables, I use only version and data, it will add it to the file. So basically, during the build time, you will have this version number. I don't use commit, I use date. So, and then you can use it, for example, what I do, I print it. I print this information when application is open. Maybe we can try install dbui. By the way, this is a good way of testing. If you want to test brew installations, you can use this image. And let's do dbui. Yeah, so this is what I mean. As you can see, it prints out the message saying dbui, version number, and then date. And I attach this information during the release, like during the running of this script. So this is, I think, archiving part. So if we go to the release page, come on, let's take these releases. So we have list of these assets. Oh, so files size, now it's lower. Okay, I need to check. But anyway, so if we go, I think this is, yeah, project name, OS, operation system, and architecture. So this is used here. Project name, operation system, architecture, and people can download these files and use it in their systems. Snapshot, yeah, you can run it as a snapshot, I believe, without actually releasing. So this is probably about snapshot. I didn't check this. Checksum, there is a checksum. Yeah, this one here. Signing, I don't know if it actually works for me. I just copy pasted this part. Maybe I can check it later. So let's skip this part. Actual release. So I say that it's on GitHub, project name, owner, all this stuff. Even if I, like this time I added release, actually for first one I added release manually, but you can fully like have it automated. So for example, previous version also was automated. But what it does, once everything is done, it's not actually released, it's tagged as a draft. So you can go here, do some modifications on this text, and then actually save as a release. So this is also okay. And unless you do this, no at least brew will not work, because if it's draft, it cannot download these files, I believe. So you have to manually do it. Or you can say, you can just delete it. I think by default it's false, or you can say false, and it will actually release, and then mark it public on GitHub. Pre-release, you can do, I think GoReleaser uses some tag prefixes, postfixes to understand this. We can read it here, pre-release. Pre-release. So basically you can say, I don't know, release candidate and all this stuff. And GoReleaser will pick them automatically. This is how it works. GoReleaser, do you have this documentation here? Yeah, so like this. So I will leave it to the documentation, so please refer to the documentation. So this is next stage. I say discussion, create discussion, add it to the general category. This part we already saw. When we create a new release, it will add this template, so you can manually change them if it's needed. At the end, I attach a link to the documentation page. This is for brew. You can say things like owner, name, there's some description, license you are using, folder, this is important, where it will publish final formula, and how it needs to be installed. So one thing that I don't do now, once I have demo flag or version flag, once it's done, I will also ask it to test by executing it, like execute like dbui dash version. It will run, print version out, and then exit. And by this you can verify if actual installation worked or not. NFPMs, I believe this is we based this from another Go project, but this is for Debian and RPM files used for Linux distributions. Let me read it from documentation. So yeah, so you can use these commands on these systems to install it, and on release I attach these files. So this is how it works. Not this, this too. And I think it's published somewhere, or it's maybe additional information. I didn't check this part. So far I am relying that if people actually need this, they can download it from here. And I think that if I check the stats, some people actually downloaded it, so it's good to know. But yeah, for now that's it. As I said, I want to keep this session shorter, which is 53 minutes. So this is how you do release, how I did release for dbui. So next sessions, one of the next session is for sure about testing, about integration test. So stay tuned, and also check the descriptions. There will be also links. So we didn't have much here, but if you want to check pull requests and etc., they will be all in a description. So thanks for watching, and see you in another session.